With you, and our continuous focus is on the Chennai rains. Also, we are getting you more ground reports coming in. The rain, though, remember, has abated now, and the water levels we are getting to here is receding in certain parts of the city, and the city is trying to crawl back now to normalcy. Times Now's Nikhil has sent us this report earlier this morning from Saidapet area of the city. Remember, this is the same area which stands submerged earlier, and this is how it looks this morning.
Here on Bazaar Street of Saidapet, as the name suggests, this is a bustling neighborhood in Saidapet. Now, this is an area that we've been telling is amongst the worst affected. It's a low-lying area and its proximity to the river Adyar. Here it seems like a canal on a day like this one, but do not be confused. This is a subway that connects this part of Saidapet to the other part of Saidapet on the other side, and in the middle is a railway track. Now what's really happening is, because of this lack of connectivity, people have had to leave their bikes on the other side of Saidapet, take a walk wading through waters, and some of those who want to get from this part of Saidapet to the other, I'm not too sure if you are able to see at the farther end, they're jumping compounds, women, children, men, people of all age groups. They are left with no choice but to jump compounds, get onto the railway tracks, cross the railway tracks to get to the other part. I have with me a resident who's also a shop owner in this particular area of Saidapet Bazaar Street, Chetan. Chetan, you were telling me that you run an electrical store and there is no power in the city. Yeah. So what are people really preferring in a time like this?
Right now, all we need is the basic supplies like milk, newspaper, water, clean water, because there has been no power for the last 3 days. We don't have clean water as well. So right now, the only thing that we could expect would be the basic supplies like at least bread, biscuit, milk. And also, I can see that there are few medical shops that are open, but still not many people can get into that because of the rush and everything. And that part of the city is completely cut off from this part of the city. So even the milk vendors and everyone, they can't even bring stuff on the other side.
And that's creating a demand and increase in price.
Absolutely, yeah. See, the milk on the other side, there's been only like a handful of people who've been selling milk packets at 120 rupees and 150 rupees per half a liter on the other side of the city. So right now the situation is critical, definitely, but people are like somehow trying to manage and get back to the normal life.
So lack of power means that people are depending on candles and rechargeable batteries. You were telling me that that's what is selling in your store.
Yeah, right now the only thing that is selling in our stores are batteries and rechargeable torches and rechargeable emergency lights. Now, apart from that, we don't have anything on the other side too. Even the petrol bunks are closed, and even the grocery stores are closed, except for one or two. And even the ones that are open are completely flooded with people, and they're selling it at exorbitant prices.
Okay, you see the subway, there's at least a logging of about 10 feet, would you say?
Absolutely, yeah, more than 10 feet. This subway, it's got about a capacity of 15 meters, so we can say close to about 10 meters.
10 meters is underwater.
Yeah, 10 meters definitely underwater. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And on the other side, there's another subway which actually engulfed a transport bus, a car, and because of the yesterday's downpour and everything, a lot of cars and bikes and everything got washed away, and there's too much of trash. Now the next problem would be about the epidemic, like dengue and malaria and all that spreading, right? So we'd urge the government to send in some rescue forces so that at least we can stop the epidemic from happening.
Okay. Create better connectivity, which would mean more shops would be open, which would mean that profiteering in a time of crisis would stop. Also, we are looking at the need to clear trash, garbage, and that is going to be a big challenge for the city corporation. Establishing connectivity is of prime importance, and doing that will probably bring solutions to many other problems that seem to be cropping up with every passing minute. Bazaar Street, Saidapet, 4 times now, Nikhil Joshi. We're here at the Aranganadar subway, about a kilometer away from the Bazaar Street subway where we were at. And the situation is no different here. Most subways in the city of Chennai have turned into canals where water accumulation is in the range of 15 to 30 feet in a few places. There is accumulation of garbage and trash as well. This is a major cause of concern because this water will not dry down anytime soon. There is a need to immediately address this. Just take a look at this. There's a dead rat right next to where we are standing. And instances like these are a common sighting across the city of Chennai. And this is what is creating a fear in the minds of people, and rightfully so. as they fear spread of epidemics and many other diseases that they might contract because of the prevailing circumstances. On the other end of this canal-like subway are cars and autos that are completely submerged. Now there lay a huge challenge before them. One is to pump out the water. There is also a pressing need to clear the trash. There is a need to address the possibility of spread of infections and other kinds of diseases. All of that will have to be addressed on a war footing. People do not really have a choice. Even we could not find a way to get here apart from walking, wading through waters like many of these people are doing. And that's what even we did as we tried to get a stock of the situation and try and understand what really is happening in other parts of Chennai. This is again Saidapet, low-lying area, very closely located to the Adyar River, thus being adversely and majorly affected by the rains and the overflowing Adyar River.